There's no time like the present to discuss these issues, but of course, as usual, I haven't taken any notes, and I should have taken some notes. There's some real serious talk going on between us, purplenovax-eopyk-itinlondon and eopyk, and myself. And I want to make certain rules that I would like everybody to be more respectful than they are already being. But I really want you to make a huge effort to make sure that you do not insult anybody for their own opinions. Certainly, I'm not trying to insult anybody who's transitioning with my opinions. But I have my opinions, and I'm going to follow through with explaining my opinions over time and over time and over more time. And Purple Nova X, I'm going to particularly, because I like you, but I don't like your last comment that I got, and I don't know whether it's for me. I think it is for me. It could be for somebody else. Where is it? Yeah. You said, I'll tell you why I'm annoyed at your writings. If one person, and I mean one person, is put off by seeking professional help from a psychiatrist that is qualified and has the chance to improve their way of life, and that they spend one day in their prison longer than they needed, or even cause harm to themselves due to an overwhelming sense of hopelessness, I will hold you personally responsible for their pain. I'm getting very angry now at the possible ramifications of your rantings. Thank you very much, Purple Nova X. If that is directed at me, and even if it isn't directed at me, if it's directed at somebody else, I'm going to pull it apart right now. But before I go into this personal point to you, Purple Nova X, is that I don't like the way that both you and eopyk have been talking with Itinlondon to basically say that Itinlondon is off their rocker. As in, you're saying that Itinlondon is crazy, doesn't know what they're talking about, doesn't back up their stuff with facts. Do I back up my stuff with facts? No. Are my opinions wrong all the time? Yes, sometimes they're wrong. Are they wrong all the time? No. Are they opinions? Yes. Are they backed up with fact? No. Are they opinions that could be fact? Yes. Could be. Right? So, everybody's got opinions. Not everybody is technically knowledgeable and educated and with degrees and diplomas in the stuff they're talking about. No. Most people are like that. So, to be honest with you, with my sarcasm, get used to it. You know, there are a lot of people out there. So, you know, this is turning out to be it was what my video is entitled, My Birthday is Coming. And you all wished me all a happy birthday. It's actually in another 9 or 8 days, whatever. Okay? So, it's not yet. So, don't worry about my birthday being strangled or suffocated, whatever you used as well, Purple Nova. You used words like that. You know, strangled or suffocated. You know, you're blaming other people. You blamed Itinlondon for the comments and that they might be suffocating my birthday because of the horrible nature of this thing. I'm sorry, but the only horrible nature of this thread is actually coming from Purple Nova X and eopyk. I mean, because and I respect Purple Nova X and eopyk very, very, very highly, but we don't know each other. You know, there's a lot of presumptions going on. It's easier for all of you to pick up on my character. The only problem is, I keep saying, is that, you know, here I am again talking to myself. I wanted my girlfriend to stay in the room so that I could talk with her on it, so that it'd be more natural, more real, because when I'm speaking to myself, I'm basically like a schizophrenic. It's like I've got a fucking friend in the room with me, but an invisible friend. So it doesn't come across well. I waffle a lot. Most people can't stand that. Most of you want this MTV, verboom, advertising, yes, and this is this, and this, 30 seconds, and then gone, you know? Fuck that. And fuck the other point of, like, you know, bringing in shit and telling people like Itinlondon that they don't know what they're talking about. Sure, I could say the same thing here. Now, I'm going to pull your thing apart, Purple Nova X, but I want you to come back and discuss this. You're saying at the very last sentence, I'm getting very angry now at the possible ramifications of your rantings. Yeah? The possible ramifications of my rantings. So, because of your anger, you would probably get into a threatening behaviour stance, wouldn't you? And, you know, when I see that, I think, God, this guy once liked me and now he's getting pissed off at me because he doesn't like the fact that I've got power to actually have people listening to me. I mean, it's amazing that there are so many people listening to me. And I've noticed, by the way, the more I talk about controversial subjects, the more people come along and react. And there's more action on my site now than before, because before I wasn't talking about transitioning stuff. You know, I wasn't giving my opinions there. I was leaving you all be and listening to what you were going to say. And I've talked to hundreds of you now, and you all pretty much say the same thing. So I question to myself, you know, are your psychiatrists actually looking out for the greater good for you or not? I personally don't think so. I personally fucking don't think so. And I personally will say that I know that I am looking out for the best for all of you, actually. So don't fucking dare, and this is where I get angry, because I do not like to be threatened, Purple Nova X. Do not like to be threatened. Plus, you got threatened by Oinky Squeak, and I backed you up there, and I told Oinky Squeak to fucking lay off you, blah, blah, blah. You know? So, and he was extremely aggressive, and he's probably still watching. There are other people who are out there who are aggressive as well, who are XXYs. And I question to myself how many transitioning people are actually XXY and hormonally imbalanced. And if they were to get their hormones balanced, that they wouldn't feel as if they're so fucked in the head, or like they weren't in a prison. And I am not getting personal on you, Epoch, because you keep saying that to me, that you feel that you're in a prison. Maybe there's a sign from God here, is there? I'm losing my voice. Maybe I shouldn't be speaking right now. Maybe it's not right for me to be speaking right now. But the truth is, my gut feeling says, go for it. Speak your mind. And that goes for you, Eopyk, and Purple Nova X, the two of you. I'll take individually. Eopyk, please speak your mind. Make sure you speak your mind, in fact, because your opinions count for me. I want to hear your mind. I want to hear your poetry. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to know how you see everything. You know, it's not going to take 10 weeks. It's not going to take 3 years. It's going to take probably a couple of years, maybe 10, before we actually know each other. Especially if we're doing it this way, you know, where I'm the one who's doing most of the videos. Okay? It's not about videos. It's about eye to eye, knowing how people feel and react in situations. Purple Nova X, please continue to come in with your comments and say whatever you need to say. Okay? I mean, you can say it, and you can write this message that you're going to hold me personally responsible for their pain if one person goes on one more day in pain and in the prison of their body. Sorry, complete bollocks, man. Complete, total bollocks. I'll do a whole video on this. This is not going to stop here. I'm going to do videos, but this is just a basic video to say, stop people attacking each other because the other person's got a different opinion. Okay? That's just bollocks, you know. Let people speak their mind, their opinions. I especially don't like to see Itinlondon having to read "You Are Wrong" from Epoch, because who is Epoch to say that Itinlondon is wrong? You know, you can say, "Oh, I don't agree with you there," or "I don't have that opinion," or you can say, "I think you're wrong." But make sure you put the "I think" in there. Because in these nitty-gritty little sensitive subjects, it's not nice and it's not okay in my books. But I don't know what your rule books are. So, because it's Peace and Party channel that you're commenting on, please stay and comment and spread your thoughts, please. But could we just have a bit more, like, bring it down, breathe. Just breathe. And think, fuck, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Do I want to be angry with this person? No, I don't want to be angry with this person. These people are very similar to me, but they're not the same. We're all one, but we're not the same. You know, I don't want anybody to be getting so annoyed, you know, that people get put off coming and speaking their mind. I got banned from a forum site because I spoke my mind. They didn't like what I was speaking about. Just like you, Purple Novax. You liked me at the start, now you start to realise, he's not a total understander or supporter of transgender people. I actually am, but I come from another perspective, you see? From an XXY intersex individual who's seen as a male but is not fucking a male. Okay? Thank you. I'm going to leave it now because it does brings up emotions. I mean, I'm even getting angry myself here because I find it very too personal at the moment and threatening and aggression. Don't like that. So I'm going to try and stop that.